to. Yeah, let's get on with this. Um, it's going to be a video on. Actually, it's just going to be a video on porn stars because there is nothing going on in the world other than Jeffrey Epstein. A decent man dies and you don't hear a word of it. A mass child molesting sociopath dies and he takes up the front page of news. Wonderful to know. And I don't know what else to say. And now I'm starting to say again. But yeah, as far as him having, by the way, I was going to say something about this. As far as the Clintons killing him, I think to borrow a phrase from Larry Flint's infamous defamation footage, that stretches credulity a little bit farther than I can swallow. You know, I'm not saying they didn't kill him. I could definitely see the Clintons killing someone, but he probably just killed himself. Yeah. So there's that. But this is gonna be a video on pretty much porn stars and why we need porn stars. Fuck me. This is going to be a video on porn stars and why we need porn stars and the importance of fucking porn stars. We all watch porn, we all need porn, and porn is very important. Let me get a drink. Okay. I think that a lot of people never really thought about the lives of their porn stars until Amber Rain died. Because I think Amber Rain, and this is old, obviously she died years ago, like several years ago, but everybody had seen Amber Rain. I don't think there's a person on the planet who had not seen an Amber Rain movie. And I don't know what happened to her. I'm not trying to suggest what happened to her. I kind of think that needs to be looked into a little bit more. But if you look at the fuck me. Okay, I think that needs to be looked into a little bit more. But porn stars, and here's the thing about Amber Rain. She said herself that she had a college degree, and she could sing, and like there's probably other things she could have done with her life. But she chose to do porn. I wonder why somebody that could sing and had a college degree would fucking be in porn films. It may be. I'm sure she liked her job, she enjoyed it, but it could also be because maybe she's trying to kind of get back to her community in her way. Because there are a lot of people that don't have sex. There are a lot of people that don't have relationships. They don't have families. And maybe, she thought this would make their life a little bit better. And I think that everybody that ever watched a Amber Rain film has an obligation, or they should take it onto themselves, or take into consideration, at least take into consideration, trying to make the lives of a lot of adult film stars a lot easier, because adult film stars, and this is not only women. I'm not going to lie. I'm mainly thinking about women here, but this could also include men. And this could also include men. But adult film stars often die young. They often die at around the age of 40 or younger. Many adult film stars die from things like HIV and AIDS, various preventable causes. A lot of them die from suicide. Some die from drug overdoses. The ironic thing here is, I'm starting to get a lot of pop-ups from fucking porn sites all of a sudden. This is not a diss on the porn industry. I support and like the porn industry. I'm not dissing the porn industry. I'm talking about what we can do as a society to help porn stars. This has nothing to do with saying that porn is bad. I support pornography. Don't get your pennies in a knot. But a lot of porn stars who are very good people and very nice people, like Amber Rain, they die in preventable ways, and that includes men. You can't have a porn. Okay, well, technically speaking, you can have a porno without a man. I think we've proven that over the years. But male porn stars are also very important. A lot of them also die from HIV and AIDS and suicide and drug overdose and things like that. And we need to stop that, and we need to take better care of our porn stars as a nation. We need our porn stars, and we're not doing a very good job of that. And I'm going to leave it at that. This is not going to be a long video, but the point is, it really is very tragic to think about the number of very talented adult film stars who have died over the years from various bullshit, and people don't seem to give a fuck. And I think they cared about Amber Rain because we have all seen Amber Rain, and she died at a very young age, before the age of 40, like a lot, and it's actually very tragic, and that's wrong, and so let's look into that. But anyways, back to the point. Something else. Oh yeah, and Joe Biden. I'm just gonna make this Epstein. Let me say about Epstein. I don't think Epstein was killed. I think he killed himself. And I will say this about Epstein. He may be a sick, sociopathic, sick monster who deserves whatever the hell he is. But I will say this: as a person who has went through depression, I went through a lot of depression in my life, and I have come very, very close to killing myself more than once. Just talking as a person, as an individual, saying this personally. Even though he deserves whatever he gets, or he deserved whatever he got, I will say I do feel some sympathy for the guy, because I can only imagine what it's like to actually have to kill yourself. Because I got close to that, and that was a living hell. So you can imagine the unbelievable horror a person must go through if you're killing yourself. But again, he did what he did, and he brought it all on himself. So I understand that. But you get what I'm saying. Anyway, the point is, beyond that, Joe Biden recently said, and I was going to talk about this, I think, yesterday, I don't know, but they asked him what his favorite two non-presidential Americans were, or two favorite Americans not to be president, or some bullshit like that, even. And he says Thomas Jefferson and JFK. I can almost forgive Jefferson, but how in the hell do you say JFK? I mean, I think like he's one of the most famous presidents, yeah. And the only thing I could think is just like God bless him. God bless. Like he really is the most, like, of all the Democrats. And I'm voting for Tulsi Gabbard. Like I support Tulsi Gabbard, but like of all the presidents, presidential candidates, Biden is the most likable. Like he really is like grandpa, he's the most lovable. He's like grandpa on the Monsters, He's the most lovable fucking guy on the damn ticket. I mean, like, how the hell do you not like him? But anyways, do not circumcise your kids, and P666.